So right now we are going to explore Google. Now I know a lot of you have used Google forever, but I think we have to get a little more specific about what we're doing. So first of all, let's open it using Chrome. You could use Microsoft Edge, but it's going to give you different prompts and stuff. So I would prefer you use Chrome. The searches are better because I think Edge uses Bing, and Bing is not as good. All right, so you got Google. I'm going to put in Hawk. You're not going to do Hawk because you're going to pick something else. But for now, we're just going to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to go to images up here at the top. I'm looking for a picture of a hawk. Now, it used to be, if you put your mouse over the top of the picture, the size of it would pop up. That doesn't really happen anymore. For some reason, they stopped that function, or at least it doesn't on my browser. So if you click on the picture, and you come over here and you mouse over, you'll see that down here in the bottom left corner, it tells you the size of it. Okay. Now remember, the magic number for images when especially going to a print project is at least 1,000 on one side. So that one's not going to help us. So what we could do is we could go through and click on each one, mouse over. Oh, that one just doesn't work. Okay. That one would be big enough. That'd be fine. But this takes forever. There's a faster and more efficient way to do this. Now, one way you can do it is by clicking on Tools, and it brings up these different drop-down menus here, except they're not super specific. So we need to really experiment again, go and click on each one to find out if it's the right size for what we want. So that's a possibility. You can also filter black and white, transparent, whatever. Usage rights. Now, this is kind of cool. This is something that we are increasingly going to find more and more important is what do we have the ability to use without getting in trouble? All right. So that's one way to do it. The better way to find what you're looking for is to go up to Settings and click on Advanced Search. Okay, so it brings up a whole lot of information. Okay, so we're searching for whatever it is we put in here. Unless you're looking for an exact phrase, usually that's enough. Now, if you go to the size, we can go. These are the three that we saw before, but if you want to be safe, you can go to 1024 by 768. Larger than that is what we want. Okay. And if you want it to be tall, square, wide, whatever, I put any because, it doesn't really matter for what we're doing. But if you know specifically you need one that is wide and they keep popping up ones that are vertical or tall, then that's not going to work. So that might be a helpful function. All right. This is kind of a cool function where you can find a specific color you're looking for. I haven't really tried it, but it seems like it'd be pretty cool. All right. Image type. So if you're looking for just photos, like we are, that'll help narrow it down. Don't worry about region because that, not really something we need. Leave the safe search where it is. And then file type. We're looking for, let's say, JPEGs for this one. And then usage rights, not filtered by license is what we have right now. So right now, you're getting everything on your search. If we look in here, you've got free to use or share. That's cool. Free to use or share even commercially. So if I want to use it to make money off of a project, I can use those. Free to share or modify. Now I can change them. Or the freest option you have is you're free to use it, share it, or modify it, even if you're going to make money on it. So these are the ones we definitely want because there's likely no way they're going to come after us to try and sue us to not use their images. Okay, so once you've got all this stuff set up, you click Advanced Search. It takes us back. Now look, these menus have changed and they're more specific. And you can still go in and find those options. They weren't there before. So you have to, again, go to Settings and Advanced Search. Now, I still don't have my sizes here, but at least I know all of them are going to be bigger than 1,000. So it's only giving me the results with big files. All right. We know that they're all JPEGs. You know, if I went to save it, it would be a JPEG. Now, let's see. When I'm going to save these pictures, I click on the one I want. So let's say like this is the one I want. Okay. The thumbnail is very small. If I save this, it's going to be small. However, if I open the image in new tab, let's see what happens. Oops, it's still small. So let's go back. Let's look at our other options. We're going to open link in new tab. It'll probably take us to another page, and that's the one we want to open in a new tab. Now, if it doesn't give you a big one, then this doesn't seem like it's big enough either. Let's click on it. Yeah, that's the one we want. Look how big that is. So yeah, that's what you're going to want to do is see if it's got a link. See how it's got the finger, and then I'm going to save image as. Now with the Chromebook, it'll probably just put it in the downloads folder. I'm not sure. I'd have to go mess with it. But at the very least, you want to make sure you put it somewhere like your documents or your photos, you know, and find where you can find it. I wouldn't recommend the downloads folder unless you absolutely are only given that option. All right, so that's how you save those things. So one more time, open the link. You could even do it in a new window, but in a new tab is what I do. See if there's a click that you can click, and then save the image as. Okay. All right, so that's how you basically find high quality images. Now let's say I'm looking for something more specific. I need a PNG that I can, you know, use and modify even for making money. Okay, let's get rid of that. It's the right size. So by simply changing the file type, I can find the files that I want. Like here's one here. See how it's got the white background or the checkered background? Let's click on it. There it is right there. Let's see if we can open it in new tab. Yeah, it's pretty big. And you can see that there's no background on it. So I could drop this in to a Photoshop or a Photopea project and not have to cut it out. All right. So you are going to find 3 images that are 1,000 pixels on one side that are JPEGs. They could be pictures of anything as long as it's school appropriate. So 3 that are JPEGs that are 1,000 pixels on at least one side that are any 3. Then you're going to find 3 images, could be of the same thing, could be other things, that are labeled for reuse with modifications or even commercially. And then you're going to find 3 more that meet all of the categories, that they are PNGs, that they are 1,000 pixels or more on one side, and they are free to use even commercially. Okay, so you're bringing in a total of 9 images you're going to save and turn in. All right, and that should be it.